So she's like, I'm having contractions nonstop, nonstop, nonstop. But she was handling the pain very well. So luckily we were able to stay home for a long, long time before, because they say that you want to stay at home for as long as possible before you go to the hospital. One reason being that hospitals often will turn women away because they're not far along enough in labor. They'll say, go home and come back. Or they'll just make you walk around the hospital for a long time until your labor progresses enough. And so we wanted to avoid that, and they want to avoid that. So we stayed at home as long as you can. And the rule is that, if the pain is manageable and basically you feel that you can stay at home long enough, then you should. So that went on until about 5 a.m. Hila fell asleep, okay, and while she was in labor. She just drifted off, and I was thinking, like, all right, well, I was keeping an eye on her because I didn't want to fall asleep, but she fell asleep. She'd been asleep for like an hour or two. So I was like, maybe it's not happening. Maybe it's fine. So I fall asleep too. And then around 5 a.m., I feel like scratching on my head. I think like, oh, Hila's giving me a head rub or something. I was like, oh, how nice. And I wake up and she's looking at me. She's like, Ethan, we gotta go. I think it's time, I was like, shit, that's not a head rub. That's a wake the fuck up, And I've been getting a lot of those, by the way, in the past 24 hours. Every time I wake up now, it's like a 10 on the chaos scale. The baby screaming or Hila screaming, help! It's always a 10 on the chaos scale. The only way I wake up now is like this. Because you sleep so deep, because I'm so sleep deprived. I have like 3 or 4 hours of sleep since he was born, a day. And so now it's like the deepest sleep imaginable. I wake. Where was I? So she's scratching on my head. It's 5 a.m. I'm like, okay, let's do this. So I start gathering our things, putting everything together, putting it in the car, getting ready. I call my parents to come get Shredder, who had a fantastic time. He had the best time ever with his grandparents. God bless him. And so we're just chilling. I pack everything up and we're chilling. And Hila's able to wait until about another 2 hours till 7 a.m. And she's like, all right, let's go. We drive to the hospital. We get to, the baby and deliveries or whatever section of the hospital. Kaiser, by the way, we did it with Kaiser, and they were so amazing. I have to say, if there's anybody out there who is expecting or wants to have children, I don't know if Kaiser's a California thing or a national thing, but Kaiser Permanente is, man, so good. I was happy with every single aspect of their care. But anyway, we get in, we check in, and they're basically, first they put her in a room to see how far along she is, to see if they can admit her or not. And so they check her cervix, which is like the opening, like all the way up the vagina. And basically, you go from 0 to like 10 centimeters is fully dilated. And that's where kind of the baby drops down from. And so they check it, and she was 6 centimeters when she checked in, which if you know anything about baby yielding, that's incredible. That's like she's almost there. And for a first-time birth, that's because first-time births can go like 24, 48, 36 hours. It can just be a grueling marathon. But she came in 6 centimeters, which was just incredible. And then there's this other thing about like effaced, which I guess is, I really don't understand it, but it's like there's some kind of blockage that needs to soften up. And so she was 90% effaced out of 100. So she was like, all the doctors were like, this is your first child? I can't believe it. I cannot believe you're at 6 centimeters when you came in. And she was so casual about it. She was handling it so gracefully. You can see there's this crazy, they put all these plugs on her. And one measures the baby's heartbeat, and then one measures her contractions. It's really cool. And you can see it on the screen. You can see her contractions coming in waves, and you can see how like intense they are. So you can kind of see it as she's feeling it. And these, when you're 6 centimeters dilated, that's like a 7, 8, 9 on the pain scale for most women. And they were like just floored by how well she was tolerating it. She wasn't screaming. She wasn't, even complaining. She was just silently. I call her a silent sufferer because she's such a champ. She doesn't complain. She doesn't like to complain about anything. She's sitting there, with these 6 centimeter contractions, not complaining, not screaming, not making any noise. The doctor's like, "What is going on with this superhuman?" I said, "You're a silent sufferer. I'm a very loud sufferer. If I was switched places with you, everybody in this hospital would know how much pain I'm in right now." I actually have a video of. I've got a bunch of videos and pictures and stuff. I guess I'm getting to the part with the first video here. So we're in that room. There's 2 rooms that we were in. The first, so anyway, they saw she was super dilated, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're admitted. You're good." So we're in this kind of waiting room, which is a really small room with a bed and a bunch of machinery, but there's only enough room for me, Hila, and 2 other doctors. It's really small. So she's laying down, and I've got a little chair beside her. And we were in that room from 8 a.m. till 7 p.m. So 11 hours. Is that right?
That'd be 11, yeah.
Yeah, 11 hours. And I got to say, so the doctors came in and gave her the epidural about an hour or 2 in. And the epidural is this really crazy method. And it's, dude, I cannot endorse this enough. I mean, it was just magnificent how much it helped her. But it's like a pain drip that goes right into your spine. And so they bring an anesthesiologist. Did I say that right? Probably.
I think so, yeah.
Maybe. You guys know what I'm
Close
talking
enough.
about, though. And they put a long-ass needle in her freaking spine, directly into her spine.
Ooh. Were you able to watch them do that?
No, they said that they prefer that the husband takes a walk during that because they've had husbands faint before.
Yeah, no, it sounds crazy intense.
So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go. I went and got was a cafeteria on the bottom floor. I went and got probably one of the worst sandwiches I've ever had. They joke about airport food and plane food. I have to tell you, hospital food is probably the apex of terrible cuisine. I have a picture, actually, of one of the meals we got. Let me pull it up since I'm on the topic. What do you guys think about this? Let me show you. This is egg. Bro, why is there no texture?
Looks good.
Why is there... Whoa, what the fuck?
Whoa!
Why is there no... What the hell? Why is there no texture? Do you see this?
Yeah, it looks...
What the hell is that?
It looks like a loaf.
Cheesecake.
It's like bread.
It looks like cheese, but it's just egg, but there's no freaking texture to it. It's the weirdest shit I ever saw.
Is that sausage on there?
It shouldn't be
I don't know.
flat.
Okay, this is weird. This is how it's working. But it's one of the most disgusting things I ever saw. And it tasted just as bad.
Yeah.
It looks like marble. There's no texture. I was impressed and disgusted both because I had never seen that technique before. Yeah, it was off. It was, yeah. So anyway, I'll get to all that good stuff in a second. So I took a while, came back, but they gave her the epidural, and then what it does, it's actually really cool because it completely numbs you pretty much from the stomach down. And because it plugs into your spine, it doesn't affect the baby. It never goes into your bloodstream. So I don't know why a lot of people like not to get the epidural, and I'm not sure I fully understand why. I think there's a lot of myths that taking the epidural can make the labor process take longer.
Heard that, and don't people have fears, like you just said, that it'll affect the baby